Now, our final guest today, Coronation Street, less than 6 months ago, but Carl Webster has already caused quite the stir on the cobbles. Aside from his affair with his sister-in-law, Abby, and his fling with James Bailey, suspicions are growing over his involvement in the crash that left Tyrone seriously injured. So let's have a look at the clip from tonight's episode.
How's your day been so far, Carl? Better than yesterday?
No comment.
You meeting any more associates in the Gunnels? And by associates, I mean...
Lads half your age. Don't you have work to do?
Well, you are my work. I'm a plod. Plodding about.
If you need any help, then just give me a shout.
Nice.
This is borderline harassment.
I'll complain. Then again, you'll be sticking your head above the parapet. You're a person of interest, not an interesting person. So keeping a beady eye on you is time well spent. It'll pay dividends eventually. Just a matter of time. Bye, Summer.
Bye.
Please welcome Jonathan Howard. Welcome, Jonathan.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. How has life been? You've created a bit of a whirlwind. That's for sure. Well, you haven't, Carl, but, you know, it's all the one for this, yeah.
Yes. It's been a wonderful experience so far, yeah, coming back onto Coronation Street. I watched it as a kid and, you know, to suddenly being a part of this world is, it's a really, you know, fun experience, yeah.
And he's an interesting character, morally dubious.
Yes, that's a good way to describe
of describing
it.
him.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say he's, you know, dark or evil or anything.
I think there's more to come, though.
Yeah.
I think,
potentially so, potentially Christine.
Well, my character, Natalie, had an affair with your brother. I didn't know you were around at the time.
Thanks, Denise.
So, your character had an affair with
his brother.
Kevin.
Kevin Webster's
Kevin
his
Webster.
brother.
Oh,
But I never met Carl, the brother.
Thanks, Denise.
That would have been short-lived. Sorry, Michael.
Basically, she's saying, write me back in. Well, the thing is, although you're in Corrie now, like, you auditioned kind of 20
years ago, yeah. I was auditioning for drama school, and at the same time I was auditioning for I don't know whether to say who the character was.
Yeah, go on.
It was Mickey North plays the character. Gary Windus was the family. So I did the screen test, and at the same time I was auditioning for drama school. And at the time, Coronation Street, you know, was the ceiling. I wanted, you know, as a kid, I grew up watching it, and you know, so many great memories of watching it with my mum and my dad and my sister and my brother, and you know, to have been doing that at 20 years old was the dream. And I didn't get it, you know, and Mickey North has done an amazing job. He's been in it for 20 years, and, you know, the part was for him.
Yeah.
It was a really good lesson of, you know, knowing what is yours and what's not, and, you know, the universe kind of steers you in the right direction. And so because I didn't get it, I then went to drama school, met my wife, and had a very different experience for the last 20
Like in a
years.
Marvel film.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I
Were you in a Marvel
yes.
film?
I was in one of the Thor movies, yes.
Wow.
Very
Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth, yes, I was a few years ago now.
Interestingly, Owen Cooper, who of course just picked up the Emmy for Adolescence, he
Wow, what an
also,
actor, what an actor.
well, exactly, and he missed out on a part in Corrie and went on to do that. It just shows you sometimes, like you say, these moments that you feel you could be devastated, and yet it just wasn't the right time. That you were meant to do other things.
Exactly,
What bit of the character do you like most? What? Because often, I mean,
He's
people
very
like,
active.
People, people often like the thing that is least like them, don't they, actors? And what's...
Yes, well, I'd say his selfishness, you know. I mean, obviously, I also can be very selfish. We're human beings, right? But I think being able to explore, you know, that side of humanity that maybe in society we try and hide a little bit. So the fact that he makes decisions based on how he's feeling between his pants, for example.
Did you know he was going to be fluid when you went up for the part?
Fluid, we say
That's
fluid.
a really good way to put it, yes. I didn't actually know.
Oh.
So Jason Callender, that plays James Bailey in it, obviously he auditioned knowing the sexuality of his character, and after about a month of filming, they sort of sat me down and said, this is the direction we're going. And I thought from a storytelling point of view, I think it's really good, you know.
Yeah. He's a
soaps.
hedonist, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And, especially for, a soap audience member, they've seen everything done so many times. So to be able to surprise them...
And distill a shock, surprise,
Yes.
all of those things.
Keep them on the toes. I thought it was brilliant,
magical.
yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Geographically, how are you going to manage? Because you actually live in America.
I do,
with your
yes.
beautiful wife.
Yes.
Who I Googled immediately.
She did all right, didn't she, Denise?
She did. She showed us.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is beautiful.
And she's doing a series out there, and you're living in New Mexico. So,
yes.
But you've got a little girl. That's
do.
quite a long way from Weatherfield.
It is, yes. That's the hardest part of this job is the heartbreak I feel for not being with my daughter every day. But, in America, they have long summer holidays. So this summer, she was able to come and stay at my mum's house. And I grew up an hour away from Corrie, little village in Lancashire called Hesketh Bank. Hello, Hesketh Bank, if you're watching. And so that was really beautiful. My daughter's lived her whole life in America. My wife is French. And so she got to come over to England for the summer and hang out with my niece and my nephew. A really funny moment was when, because, she's always said, Papa, can I get some water? And then this one time, it just slipped out, Papa, can I get some water? And I was like, I said, did you know what you just said?
Back.
She went, no, you just said water with a T. And she went, no!
But it does mean that you get to spend time with your mum and your family here.
Absolutely,
That's sort of the payoff, as much as you're
is.
missing.
It is. On the weekends, I go home, I stay in my childhood bedroom. This is a little strange as a 40-year-old.
You still got to say posters on your video games.
No, thankfully, my mum's decorated. Since,
And there was a group of you that auditioned at the same time. I'm trying to find now. I can't see the class. What do you call your WhatsApp group?
Oh, yeah, so I started at the same time as James Cartwright, that plays Theo, and Jason
love
Callender.
James.
Yes, right, what a guy, what a character.
A Wrong Direction.
That was it. So we had to do these interviews, and I'd never met either of them at this point, and suddenly we're sat there and we have to talk and interview each other.
Oh, God.
And we created a WhatsApp group, and James named it Wrong Direction. Because we were like this middle-aged boy band, With
a lot in common, though, because here you are in this soap
we all started
everyone.
together, yeah, exactly.
I understand. And what does your family think about watching you now in Corrie? Because your mum was such a fan.
She is,
all of your family. And indeed a fan of Loose Women, I might have to mention.
Massive fan of Loose Women.
Yes.
She takes
Hello, your mum.
Bring her next time.
Elaine. Yes. And actually, a really surreal, crazy story of when I was in the Rovers doing a scene, and my mum came to see me on set because we were going on a holiday afterwards. And the first AD said, Johnny, did your mum want to be in the back of in the Rovers,
Tell us she did, because we're literally off the air in 5 seconds, Jonathan.
She
I'm
did.
sorry.
She came. She was in the scene with me.
She did it.